Your coach told you to stretch before lifting. Your PE teacher made you hold those 30-second hamstring stretches. And every single one of them was wrong. 50 years of research proves static stretching can slash your power output by up to 30%. Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness, and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today, we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about your pre-workout routine. We are going to cover exactly how stretching affects your muscles, what the real science says about static versus dynamic stretching, the results you can expect when you fix this mistake, and exactly what you need to do to maximize your strength gains. Stay with us until the end because we are going to give you the full protocol that elite athletes actually use. Let's get into it. ACT1, the setup here is what you have been told your entire life. Stretch before you lift. Touch your toes. Hold it for 30 seconds. Loosen up those muscles. It prevents injury. It improves performance. It is just what you do. This advice has been passed down from coach to coach for decades. It sounds logical, right? Tight muscles are bad. Loose muscles are good, so stretch them out before you put them under load. But here's the problem. Nobody ever stopped to ask, does this actually work? Does holding a static stretch before lifting heavy actually help you lift more weight? Does it actually prevent injuries? The answer is going to make you angry, because the research has been clear for over 2 decades now. And yet this myth keeps getting repeated in every gym across the country. Personal trainers are still teaching it. High school coaches are still enforcing it. And every single day, thousands of lifters are sabotaging their own gains before they even touch a barbell. ACT2, the science. Let me show you what the research actually says. The landmark meta-analysis, published in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science and Sports, reviewed over 100 studies on pre-exercise stretching. The findings were devastating for static stretching believers. Static stretching before resistance training reduced strength by an average of 5.5%. It reduced power output by nearly 8%. And in some studies, the reduction in explosive power was as high as 30%. That is not a small number. That is the difference between hitting a PR and failing the lift. Another study from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that static stretching for just 60 seconds reduced one representative max on leg press by over 8%. Think about that. 1 minute of stretching and you are measurably weaker. And here's what really hurts. The injury prevention claim, also not supported by the evidence. A massive Cochrane review found no significant reduction in injury rates from pre-exercise static stretching. The thing coaches promised would protect you does not even do that. ACT3, how it works, so why does this happen? What is actually going on inside your muscles when you hold a static stretch? Think of your muscle like a rubber band. When you stretch it and hold it for 30 seconds or more, you are essentially telling your nervous system to relax that muscle. You are reducing something called muscle stiffness. And while that sounds good, here's the problem. Muscle stiffness is actually what helps you generate force. Your muscles work like springs. They store and release elastic energy. When you reduce that stiffness through prolonged static stretching, you are literally taking the spring out of your step. Your nervous system also plays a role. Static stretching activates something called the Golgi tendon organ reflex. This is a protective mechanism that reduces muscle activation to prevent injury. Great for cooling down. Terrible for lifting heavy. The effect can last 30 minutes to an hour after stretching. So if you do your static stretching routine and then hit the squat rack 10 minutes later, you are lifting with muscles that are neurologically inhibited. You are fighting your own nervous system. ACT4, the protocol. So what should you actually do before lifting? Here's the protocol that elite strength athletes use. First, skip static stretching entirely before your workout. Save it for after. Post-workout static stretching can actually help with recovery and flexibility over time without hurting performance. Second, do a proper dynamic warm-up instead. This means movement-based preparation. Leg swings, arm circles, walking lunges, high knees, movements that take your joints through their full range of motion while keeping your muscles activated and your nervous system primed. Third, do movement-specific warm-up sets. Before you squat, do several lighter sets of squats. Start with the empty bar. Add weight gradually. This prepares your specific movement patterns and gets blood flowing to the right muscles. The dynamic warm-up should take 5 to 10 minutes. Your warm-up sets should gradually build to your working weight over 3 to 5 sets. That is the protocol that actually works. ACT5, week by week results. When you make this switch, here is what you can expect. In week 1, you will likely notice you feel stronger and more explosive right from your first working set. That sluggish feeling you used to have, gone. By week 2, your nervous system adapts to the new warm-up style. You start hitting weights that used to feel heavy with more confidence and speed. By week 4, many lifters report adding 5 to 10 pounds to their main lifts, not because they got dramatically stronger, but because they stopped sabotaging themselves before every session. By week 8, the compound effect kicks in. Better performance each session means better progressive overload. Better progressive overload means actual strength gains that stack over time. The science is out there and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs it and tune in again for the next upload. See you then. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.